Hello, my name is Jessica Meyer, and this is my Module 1 project video presentation on Indian fry bread, also known as Grandma's Fry Bread. Here we go! This bread originated in North America from central Canada to northern New Mexico. Many of the stories and events surrounding the fry bread stem from the territory of Native people from Arizona and New Mexico. Many Native American communities and tribes have traditions. These include symbolic relationships with growing of crops and hunting animals. This plant-animal symbolic relationship has also aided in human health by providing food, the making of medicine, and the raw materials that are needed to help construct their environments on their land. The one thing that has changed about this dish over time is the preparation of the fry bread. The fry bread is not very healthy, but yet it was a very traditional food dish. This is still a common dish. If you've ever gone to an Indian fair, native arts festival, or any public access event in an Indian country, the fry bread will be there in any traditional sense, and in many forms as well, such as flatbread, Navajo tacos, or even a funnel cake. Okay, so today I'm making the Grandma's fried bread. So for the instructions, we're gonna do the yeast first, then we'll combine all the dry ingredients, and then we'll slowly add the yeast in to form our dough. So let's do it. First things first, I'm the realist. We're gonna warm up our water. Do about a minute. This. Take this. 3, 2, 1. This should be it. Yep. Nice and warm. Hot stuff. Okay, we're gonna scoot this over. We're gonna combine the whole packet of yeast. Let's cut it because I know I'm gonna make a mess. There we go. Let that sit in there for a second. Combined. Awesome. Cool. Now we're gonna let that sit for a little bit. For, I said, about 5-10 minutes. Yeah. Cool. Now we're gonna combine the dry ingredients. We have our 2 cups flour. Bam. We have our 3/4 cups powdered milk. Our tablespoon of sugar. Our teaspoon of salt. Whee! Now I'm gonna combine those ingredients. Mix it on up. Looks tasty already, doesn't it? Yep, that looks about all nice and mixed together. Dry ingredients are combined. Combined. I know English. Bam, there we go. Now we're gonna wait a couple more minutes and let the yeast sit. Okay, now that we've had the yeast had its time to sit and chill, we're gonna combine half of it into the dry ingredients, mix it up, and then we'll slowly add from there to get a dough-like consistency, what it says. You hear noises in the background? That's my 4 dogs here. Right, Cash? Are you getting hungry too? Johnny Cash, you're making an appearance. I gotta cook here, okay, dude? We're good. Okay, we're chill. Okay, let's try this out. Add half. A little more. Be with you in a minute. It's about half. Mix this up. Actually, I'm gonna do it with a fork. So with this mixture, It was very powdery at first. Now that I've used almost all of the yeast, you can see that it's forming more of a dough-like consistency. Might need to dive in here with my hands here in a second. I'm gonna pour the rest of this yeast in there. We'll go from there. Bam. Okay. Going in. Oh, it feels weird. It feels like Play-Doh. But it's dough. So it's Play-Doh. Get to play with my dough. So this was the Indian fry bread. It looks really good. On the website it says grandma fry bread, but it's definitely the Indian fried bread that they used to make. Apparently my dogs are excited about it too. It's coming a little more dough-like consistency, but we need to mix this up even more. Yep, definitely need some more. Look how sticky. Goodness. Getting some more dough. Look at this, is looking doughy. Okay, so after some time here, I think we got this to be a good dough consistency. Looks like dough. This is fun because it feels like I'm playing with Play-Doh even though it's dough. So it's like a Play-Doh, it's edible though this time. Okay, so I'm gonna wash up here and we'll be right back, okay? Okay, we're back. Hands are fairly clean. So let's make some space here. Spread out the flour. Let's roll this dough. Here we go. Spread some flour. Cool. Got it out. Let's plop this thing down. We knead it just a little bit. I feel the need for speed. Good, okay. Hold on. This is so fun. Look at this. I bet you it's gonna taste really good. I have not made this before. I think this is gonna be good. Okay. One more fold. I think we're ready to roll. Okay, here we go. Rolling pin out. Move this. This is the way I roll. Ooh, put some muscles into it. There we go. Okay, so I think it's looking good. It's a little bit thinner. It says no bigger than 3 to 4 inches in thickness. I think I might like it thinner, so let's try it. Now it's time to cut. We get a tray. Plop, green, my favorite color. Plop this guy right on there. Bam. We're gonna have to cut it in half first. Okay, knife. Let's see. Ooh, it's cutting nice. Look at that. So we're gonna stick this guy off to the side. Oh, we need to, there we go. Half bread. He's gonna chill there for a little bit. We're still just a little bit sticky, so I'm gonna put a little more powder on top. Cool. Now we're going to cut into triangles. So let's go and half it. Nice. I think I'm gonna do, let's go half again. And then we'll make little triangles from there. Let's see. Got one. Triangle. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Make different sizes here. It's okay. We are not perfect, we are positive. Shameless plug here, I am Positively Jessica on social media platforms. Bam. Got our triangles. Okay, so let's see. I think these are a little bit smaller. They're maybe more like Indian fry tortilla chips, which is okay. You know what? We'll do like small, medium, large. So let's try this out. So now I'm gonna go bigger. This will be an interesting way to do it, right? Trying something new. Okay, it's a little bigger here. Now we're just gonna take this guy and cut him in half and see. It's like pizza. Here we go. These are nice and big. Now let's do this bigger slice right here. Bam. Okay, again, I'm gonna cut this in half. And then let's do half again. There we go. Cool. Put them all on a tray and we'll get them ready to fry. Okay, we're over here. We got our bread, our dough, I should say. Our dough. Get this oil going. Get all nice and fried up. Turn on. Wrong one. I always do that. We got our canola oil right here. Bam. There we go. Now we're gonna wait for this to heat up. Okay, so I brought this in a little bit closer so you can see a little bit better. Let's try these. There we go. Cool. Got 3 to fit. Sizzling nice. Look at how fast that fried. Flip this guy over. Wow. Look at that. It smells good. It almost smells like French fries without the salt. Okay, I moved you back. Now let's try this with some honey. So we got a little dish. Bring out some honey. Honey, honey. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Put a couple on this plate. I should take this off. Use this plate. Let those cool while we dive in. Let's try this. There we go. Okay, let's dip it. Gotta dink it and sink it, right? Let's try this. That's really good. It's just chew first. The honey has a nice sweet complement to the basic Indian fry bread. Not much like crazy flavor to it, but you know how you love nano bread with like your pita chips or something? Or the pita chips with your hummus? This is almost like the same thing. It's really good. Definitely recommend it. Now let's talk about my main lesson supplementary source. The title of my main source is The American Yop, and the author is Stanford University Press Edition. I am mainly using Chapter 2, Colliding Cultures, from this book. Subjects that are highlighted in this text are the Spanish America, Spain's rival emerge, Jamestown, and New England. The time periods that encapsulate all this information range from the 15th century to the 17th century. This source helped me answer my topic questions about the history of the need for this dish. It also supplied me with more details about the cultures of where this dish originated. The source provided me with evidence and details of the lifestyle, cultures, and the events that happened during this time period. Chapter 2, Colliding Cultures, works in conjunction with my other sources by providing me with the background information into what life was like when this dish was being consumed. This dish was a part of the goal to not let the indigenous people starve. Let's talk about my research source titled Native Foodways, Indigenous North American Religious Traditions and Foods. The author's thesis is the confluences in indigenous North American religious traditions and foodways, for the most part, The author does not have a bias towards the topics, particularly about Native Americans. However, the author does lean towards the Native Americans in a positive way. The discs of fried dough are found in most regions of indigenous North America, from the central Canada to northern Mexico. The fry bread can be traced to a product of the Euro-American staples of the bleached white flour, salt, powdered milk, and etc. that was provided to the native people by colonial governments, particularly the United States. There are several stories about the food and fried bread origins. Each story emphasized the role of the fried bread in the local tribes of the storytellers. Each of the stories talks about the colonial government and the small amount of support, the indigenous nations that had been displaced and then confined to reservations. A particular story of an event was the scorched earth policy, wherein native corn, beans, and crops were burned, sheep and goats killed, and irrigation systems were destroyed. This source helped answer many of the questions, especially the scorched earth policy that was endorsed by Abraham Lincoln. This destroyed the natives' foodways and irrigation systems. Water quickly became scarce, which made it difficult to grow crops of food such as wheat. This brought starvation and disease through the natives. The Lincoln administration delivered clothes and food for each person, which included flour, salt, and lard, all which was needed for fry bread. Canned meats were delivered, but often the meats was spoiled. This shows the how and the why of the origin of the basic elements of the fry bread stories, as well as how the food was a staple for many years.